Chapter 71. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Lin Haoran was about to crack open the black coffin. Tap, tap, tap. Footsteps pounded from behind, a chaotic rush that made him frown. He turned slowly, reggae gun ready. A group of players charged into view. Seeing Lin Haoran in the cemetery, their eyes lit up. They advanced to within 10 meters, their eyes glued to the black coffin. Greed was written all over their faces. "Hey, kid, what's with the black coffin? Some kinda S-level ghost? Hand it over if you know what's good for ya, or we'll send you back to Newbie Town, free of charge." A burly dude with a thick beard, kinda like a beefed-up George Washington, spat the words out. The others piled on. Humph. Normally, I'd say killing for treasure is low. But hey, you snooze, you lose. Yeah, finding treasure first doesn't give you ownership. Sharing is caring. Hee hee. I'm all about justice. So I'm taking that treasure. Wait a sec, does this guy look familiar to anyone else? I think I've seen him before. Yeah, me too. Isn't he some kinda big shot? Big shot? What are we, 100 strong, gonna be afraid of some lone wolf? Right. Let's kill him and take what's rightfully ours. The group lined up on their moral high horses, launching a full-scale attack, but everyone knew their justice was a smokescreen for straight-up robbery. Hypocrisy. Lin Haoran heard it all before. He figured it was just another ghost daddy ploy to lure them into a kill and grab. Ha, so predictable. A smile flickered across Lin Haoran's lips, but his eyes turned cold. Too bad, you have no idea what you're dealing with. His face shrouded in shadows, his voice, a frigid whisper. The hypocrisy is making me sick. Falling for a cheap trick from some 2-bit ghost, letting him use you like pawns. Stupid and phony. His words cut deep, exposing the darkness beneath their self-righteousness. The burly guy was the first to snap, unleashing his ghost. A hulking, disheveled, muscular evil spirit, SSS-level, he was this crew's heavyweight, the burly guy roared, pointing at Lin Haoran. Who do you think you are? You got no right talking to me like that. Die. Dandy, get him, the ghost roared, a flicker of rage in its eyes, and charged. Buzz buzz buzz. Swish swish swish. A light sword echoed, a dazzling flash of light. Puff. Black blood erupted from the ghost's throat in a geyser. Hee hee hee. It clawed at its neck, making a strangled sound. Fear filled its eyes as it crashed to the ground, its blood staining the soil. The hulking evil spirit was dead before anyone could react. Anyone else wanna take a step? You'll die. The ghost sword immortal's robes billowed, her eyes burning with deadly intent. Decisive, powerful, beautiful, and brutally blunt. The 100 or so players stood frozen, stunned by her aura. The cemetery fell silent. Then, someone gasped, recognition dawning. It's him, that dude from the forum video who jacked the boss from the Hades Hall Guild and wiped out over 200 of their ghosts. Eyes widened. Hiss. They sucked in breaths. Hades Hall Guild ruled the roost in Newbie Village No. 4, but they've been laying low after a player taught them a lesson. The president's ghost got iced, their loot pilfered. And over 500 guild ghosts bit the dust. They were licking their wounds in secret, and that badass in the evil ghost armor was the one who did it. Some players were already backing down. Maybe we should forget this. That guy nearly destroyed the Hades Guild. We're nowhere near their league. It's a suicide mission. Yeah, my precious ghost wife just got hitched. I'm not ready to lose her. What are you, scared? The videos could be faked. Did you see it with your own eyes? Faint heart never won fair lady. Didn't you see that coffin? Gotta be treasure inside. Screw you cowards. I don't believe he's all that. Let's rush him. We sell that treasure for hundreds of thousands and split it. Fine, let's do this. Chapter 72. You are listening at novelfull.audio. The players debated, but greed won out. the big dude was beyond pissed, his scruffy ghost bit the dust in one hit. It was a sea-level ghost. He busted his ass to contract. Furious, the big dude roared, "Let's get him. Destroy this trash." Instantly, every player unleashed their ghosts, charging Lin Haoran with murder in their eyes. The battle was on. Lin Haoran watched them come, his eyes ice-cold, and licked his lips. "You want death? Then you got it." He snapped at his ghosts, "Take them out." The soul-devouring crow ghost's soul crow cry was still on cooldown, or one screech would wipe out this whole gaggle of losers. Looking for a beatdown, huh? The ghost sword immortal saw them charging, ignoring him, and his dark eyes blazed with sword intent. Buzz buzz buzz. The ghost sword, hovering nearby, hummed to life, then became a streak of light, blasting towards the ghosts. Puff puff puff. The sword flashed, throats were slit, blood sprayed, and ghost heads bounced. The ghost sword was like death's own scythe, reaping ghosts left and right. In seconds, over a dozen were gone. "You're just ants. Eat this." Crackle. Little Lei Ming pulsed with blue lightning, his small body floating, white hair standing on end, like some kid version of Zeus. Electric snakes hissed around him as little Lei Ming unleashed blue lightning on the players' ghosts. Boom boom boom. A single bolt fried several ghosts, turning them into crispy critters. Even with his special move cooling down, the soul-devouring crow ghost, a level 10 S-class ghost, was brutal in a straight-up fight. Caw caw caw. The soul-devouring crow ghost shrieked, "If my ultimate wasn't on cooldown, you'd be dust." It swooped, its claws crushing two ghosts like eggshells. In one clash, the players' ghosts were decimated, almost a third were gone, the rest tossed about like ships in a storm, ready to be swallowed. Now, these players were shitting themselves. Dead ghosts were gone for good. Each one took hard work to contract and level up. If they died, they'd have to start from scratch, falling behind the pack and becoming dead weight. The players frantically begged Lin Haoran, who was chilling on the hillside. "Dude, no. Stop it. We don't want the treasure. Call off your ghosts. We messed up. Can we just leave? Please don't kill them." Yeah. It was Pretty Boy King's fault. He lied to us. Have mercy. Please, we don't want this, just don't kill our ghosts. Wah. It's all your fault. You wanted to drag us down with you, right? Happy now? Yeah. Let's help the dude off, the big dude. Maybe he'll let us go. Kill him. Kill him. Ah. You'll pay for this. These players watched the ghost sword immortal, little Lei Ming, and the soul-devouring crow ghost slaughtering their ghosts. Panicked, they snapped out of their greed and groveled to Lin Haoran. They even turned on the big dude. Human nature, right? When their own skin was on the line, these guys would sell out their own grandmothers, let alone some random teammates. Lin Haoran smirked. This is pretty entertaining. Not bad. I'm enjoying this. The players saw a flicker of amusement in his eyes and felt a glimmer of hope. They started to thank Lin Haoran, but he cut them off. "So I'll grant you, death." Lin Haoran flashed a sunny smile and dropped that ice-cold bomb. The wails of hundreds of ghosts turned into screams of terror as they were crushed by the ghost sword immortal, little Lei Ming, and the soul-devouring crow ghost. The cemetery soil was black with blood and stank to high heaven. It was a hellscape, littered with corpses. The players stood there, numb, staring at the carnage. This guy's not even human. Too messed up. P.S. If you enjoyed, please leave a 5-star review. Chapter 73. You are listening at novelfull.audio. The old man was hurt, but alive. The other players looked defeated, their eyes filled with fear and resentment. It's over. All over. Their ghosts were dead. They'd have to start searching, contracting, and upgrading all over again. They were now the lowest of the low, and nobody wanted them on their upgrade team. Their path to improvement would be brutal. Fall behind once, and you fall behind forever. You monster. You're not even human. Do you even have a conscience? We begged for mercy, and you still killed our ghosts. What kind of person does that? Animals are better than you. Brothers, let's report him on the official forums and expose him online. He'll be a dead man walking, hated by everyone. Yeah, let's do it. This guy is selfish, cruel, and violent. He can't be a good person in real life. Trash. Just wait, you'll get what's coming to you. Guys, it's just a game. We're not afraid of him. What a loser, trying to feel powerful by playing a game. That the players glared at Lin Haoran, cursing him like madmen. They conveniently forgot that they were the ones who started the whole thing by trying to kill him and steal his loot. Their faces were twisted with rage, a perfect display of the ugliness of human nature. Clap, clap, clap. Ha ha ha. That's hilarious. Lin Haoran stood on the hillside, listening to their curses, applauding and laughing. People, that's just how they are, selfish and self-centered. That's why I hate people so much. People say ghosts are scary, but I think they're a lot nicer than people. The smile faded from Lin Haoran's face. He looked at the ghosts protecting him, a strange glint in his eyes, then turned back to the players and said coolly. All done whining? Scram. A cold, murderous intent flashed in Lin Haoran's eyes. He gripped his reggae gun, green lightning crackling around him. He became a streak of green light. Plunging into the crowd for a slaughter. Nearby, the ghost sword immortal wielded the ghost spirit sword, each step bringing a new kill. The sword was a rainbow of death, dripping with blood. Little Lei Ming transformed into the king of thunder and lightning, unleashing roaring thunderbolts. Thunder killed. The soul-eating crow ghost bird's claws were like hooks, its beak like a sword. Aya. They're demons, devils. You'll get what you deserve. The cemetery filled with screams of agony, like a symphony of suffering. A vision straight out of hell. Minutes later, the screaming stopped. Lin Haoran stood amidst the corpses, the reggae gun red with blood. Drip, drip, drip. Blood dripped from the gun's barrel. Lin Haoran was a killing machine, his face eerily calm, his eyes like still, dark water in a deep well. Completely emotionless, the corpses dissolved into streaks of light, flying towards Novice Village for resurrection. The blood-soaked ground of the cemetery was a stark contrast. Quack, quack, quack. The soul-eating crow ghost proudly quacked, signaling that his skill was ready to use again. Lin Haoran's mouth twitched. He casually spun the gun, flicking off the blood, then slapped the soul-eating crow ghost on the head and growled. You finished killing, and now your skill's ready. What good is that? Lin Haoran rolled his eyes and headed towards the black coffin. Quack, quack. The soul-eating crow ghost cradled its head with its wings, squawking angrily at Lin Haoran's back. As if to say. Don't hit the duck head, you'll ruin the flavor. Lin Haoran ignored the bird. He wanted to avoid any surprises, so he quickly reached the black coffin and used the reggae gun to pry it open. Boom! The heavy lid crashed to the ground, sending up a cloud of dust. A thick wave of ghostly energy surged from the coffin like a black fog. Oh! A ghostly wail echoed as Lin Haoran's left eye transformed into a dark white circle surrounded by black energy. He stared eagerly into the black coffin. Lying inside was a 9-story black ghost tower. Lin Haoran frowned and reached in to grab it. As his hand touched the tower, he felt a chill and surprising weight. The reincarnation ghost eye trembled slightly, and information flooded Lin Haoran's mind. Name, 9-story ghost tower. Type, S-level ghost. Effect. Releases a ghost suppression field that weakens ghosts within a 500-meter radius by 20%. Ability, Hell Suppression. Ghost Tower Suppression. Within the field, designate a target to suffer devastating damage and be frozen for 1 second, effect weakened against stronger enemies. Ghost Information. A mysterious 9-story ghost tower, nurtured by ghost energy within the black coffin, with the potential to grow. Absorbing ghost crystals will allow it to evolve into an SS-level or even SSS-level ghost. S-level ghost. 9-story ghost tower. Lin Haoran's eyes widened as he read the information. It can absorb ghost crystals to become SS-level or SSS-level. Could this be the 18-story ghost-suppressing tower from the King of Hell's previous life? Just not fully grown yet. Memories flashed in Lin Haoran's mind. He knew that the King of Hell had possessed a powerful ghost in his past life called the 18-story ghost-suppressing tower. He didn't know if it was SS-level or SSS-level, but its power was the dream of every ghost master. The name and abilities were similar to the King of Hell's tower, and it was in the novice village where the King of Hell had started. Could it be that Ghost Father had obtained it in his previous life, and the King of Hell had bought it at an exorbitant price? Wait a minute. Rumor had it the King of Hell and Ghost Father weren't on good terms in their past life. Could it be because of this ghost? Lin Haoran stroked his chin, a speculative gleam in his eye. Chapter 74. You are listening at novelfull.audio. The old man was ecstatic. He, whether they know it or not, it's mine now. King of Hell, consider your luck stolen. Lin Haoran smirked. It has to be said, Ghost Father and King of Hell are having a rough time. Lin Haoran stole the Ghost Father's wife and the King of Hell's ghost with unlimited potential, and even killed his bull-headed ghost. Their prospects in this life are looking pretty bleak. Lin Haoran stowed the valuable S-level 9-layer ghost tower back into his system backpack. Then, he took out the giant coffin-carrying ghost boss's ghost crystal and fed it to Xiao Leiming. Xiao Leiming leveled up to 10. Now, the Ghost King, Ghost Sword Fairy, Xiao Leiming, and Silly Duck are all level 10. He had over 100 level 6 ghost crystals in his backpack, and just collected 68 level 8 ghost crystals. Lin Haoran decided to eat the remaining level 8 ghost crystals himself. His upgrade progress bar only moved up to May 1st. Turns out, boss ghost crystals are still the best. For him, the level 8 ghost crystal was starting to lose its kick. Lin Haoran glanced at the time. It was past 8 p.m. He found a safe spot and logged off. Back in the real world, Lin Haoran took off his gaming helmet, grabbed his phone, and saw several messages. He was surprised to see they were from Shangguan Wan'er. He clicked on them. Haoran, can we meet? You haven't talked to me in days. I miss you so much. I know I messed up, can you forgive me? I promise I won't do it again. I only love you. Lin Haoran couldn't believe Shangguan Wan'er had the nerve to ask for forgiveness after hooking up with someone like Teddy. Zhang Lei probably dumped her too, which is why she's crawling back. Lin Haoran smirked, picked up his phone, and replied. You slept with a dog, disgusting. He didn't say much, but it was devastating. Shangguan Wan'er, who was waiting for a message, saw it and screamed in fury, ah. Lin Haoran, you'll pay for this. Like a madwoman, she started tearing her quilt to shreds. Lin Haoran, in a great mood after getting a powerful ghost in a game and getting under Shangguan Wan'er's skin, hummed a little tune, got dressed, and went out for some grub. Lin Haoran ordered a few meals at his usual spot and enjoyed his food. The place was thriving, packed with people, mostly young folks, talking about the hot topic of the hour, Doomsday Weird Online. When are the damn officials going to release the second batch of gaming helmets? I've been waiting for a week. Those officials are unbelievable. 1 million people signed a petition to release gaming helmets on the forum, and they still haven't responded. That's some serious apathy. Hey, what level are you guys? I'm jealous you even got gaming helmets. Hey. I'm already level 5, and I got a second ghost, a D-level one. Not bad. S-level ghosts are pretty awesome. Once I get stronger, I'll go after C-level ghosts. Did you read the official forum today? There's a crazy post about a psycho who appeared in Novice Village number 4, hunting players, super violent, and even harassing female players. He's a total creep. WTF, there are sickos like that out there. The young people in the restaurant were eating and chatting. When Lin Haoran heard the last sentence, he perked up. Novice Village number 4, psycho. Lin Haoran's gut told him this might have something to do with him. He couldn't help but sneer, thinking, that's a pretty low move. But I hate drama, they better hope they don't run into me. They'll regret it. Lin Haoran chuckled to himself, finished eating, returned to his apartment, showered, and went to bed. The night passed quietly. The next morning, Lin Haoran ate breakfast and couldn't wait to get back into the game. In the dim novice village, Lin Haoran's character quietly materialized. Ding ding. Just as Lin Haoran was about to head to the ghost old man, the village chief, to continue the hidden task, a system message popped up. He opened it and his eyes lit up. It was a friend request with the following message. Hey dude, you're looking to buy sword-type ghosts, right? I got a quest about swords. The reward will likely be a ghost sword. Interested? That without hesitation, Lin Haoran accepted the friend request, sent his location, and replied, come here. I'm waiting. That the other party seemed to be online and replied instantly, okay. I'll be right there. P.S. Thanks for your support. Chapter 75. You are listening at novelfull.audio. They both needed to wait a few minutes. They were so swamped. After a brief wait, a man approached, his face blurred out, probably a privacy setting so other players couldn't see him. You Lu Dao? He asked, his voice a little deep, like a middle-aged guy. Lin Haoran nodded, gave him a quick once-over, and said, yep, that's me. Let me see your task details. The man's username was Lien Palau E, or Lien Pa for short. Lien Pa glanced at Lin Haoran and said quietly, I'll show you the task first. Once you transfer the money, I'll share it. No problem, Lin Haoran said casually. Lien Pa immediately shared the task info in their private chat. Special task, forge ghost weapon. Task description, the old ghost craftsman is a renowned blacksmith. He uses unique methods to forge ghost weapons. Ghosts. He's looking for help gathering special materials. As a reward, he'll forge a powerful ghost weapon for you. Head to the village to get started. Lin Haoran's eyes lit up. So, it's a ghost craftsman, he thought. Usually, a ghost is an object that's been steeped in ghost energy, and then, by sheer luck, it forms naturally. The older the object and the more energy it has, the more likely it is to become a ghost, and the stronger it'll be. But there's another kind of person out there who can forge ghost weapons using special techniques. These guys are called ghost craftsmen. Back in his previous life, ghost craftsmen were incredibly rare. Right now, they were only found in games, and their numbers were super limited. After the Doomsday Weird Online Game and the real world merged, major gathering places scrambled to get these craftsmen, making them the head ghost weapon smiths, helping the communities craft weapons and boost their strength. He hadn't expected to run into one here. What a pleasant surprise. Lin Haoran looked up at Lien Pa and said, alright, name your price. Lien Pa's eyes flickered, and he said, 5 grand. Lin Haoran could hear the hesitation in his voice. He knew the guy felt he was pushing it a bit. Send me your bank info, Lin Haoran said, a slight smirk playing on his lips. He didn't haggle, he just went for it. Really? You agree to that? Lien Pa was taken aback and asked, surprised. He'd figured Lin Haoran would try to talk him down, but he hadn't expected him to jump at the price. Yeah, I don't like messing around. Lin Haoran replied casually. Okay. Thanks. I'll send you the info right now. Lien Pa sounded relieved and quickly sent his bank details to Lin Haoran. Lin Haoran wired the 5,000 without hesitation. After getting the money, Lien Pa was thrilled and immediately shared the task. Ding! Congratulations! You've received the task, forging ghost weapons. See the old ghost craftsman to learn more. A system notification popped up in Lin Haoran's ear. Then, on his map, the old ghost craftsman's location appeared. Thanks. Good luck to you. Lien Pa was grateful to Lin Haoran and couldn't help saying it. Lin Haoran nodded, gave Lien Pa a wave, and headed to the location on the map. South of the village, in the woods, stood a thatched hut. Inside, a white-haired, pale, but muscled old man hammered away at a piece of dark, smoky metal. An NPC tag floated above his head, old ghost craftsman. Bang, bang, bang. Loud, jarring sounds echoed through the forest. Tap, tap, tap. Footsteps approached, and a dark figure appeared before the old man. It was Lin Haoran. The old man eyed Lin Haoran, his gaze lingering on the evil ghost armor. His expression shifted slightly. Looking at Lin Haoran, he said. "Human. You here to help me find materials?" Lin Haoran studied the old man, noticing his completely black left eye. He realized the ghost craftsman was actually half human, half ghost. A half-ghost born from the union of a human and a ghost. It took both the wisdom and creativity of humans and the power of ghosts to become a ghost craftsman. On the other hand, the ghosts born from himself and the Ghost King were purebloods, like little Lei Ming. He guessed it was thanks to the Ghost King's abilities, which was fine with him. Pure-blood ghosts were stronger than half-ghosts anyway. All he wanted was powerful ghost offspring. "Yeah, I can help you get whatever you need, but you gotta make me a powerful ghost sword." Lin Haoran nodded, cutting to the chase. "Ha ha ha. Interesting human." The old ghost craftsman stopped hammering and chuckled. "You're pretty confident, huh? The task's not even done, and you're already bargaining. Alright, I promise you, if you get me my materials, I'll make you a powerful ghost sword." The old ghost craftsman's eyes gleamed as he agreed. "Ding! Congratulations. You've received the special task, collect ghost weapon materials. Required materials, ghost ice stone, ghost rhino horn. Ghost ice stone can be found in the ice cave west of the village. Ghost rhino horn can be found in the grassland behind the village. Return the ghost ice stone and ghost rhino horn to the old ghost craftsman to complete the task. Task reward, a ghost sword of unknown level." Chapter 76. You are listening at novelfull.audio. After the job was done, Lin Haoran just nodded and accepted it. "Human kid, good luck," that the old ghost craftsman grinned, showing off his yellow teeth. Then, he raised his hammer and went back to work. "Thanks," Lin Haoran said with a slight smile. This old ghost was pretty reasonable. When the game world merges with reality, he'd definitely get this guy to join his ghost kingdom, forging ghost tools for him and his ghostly followers. Lin Haoran gave the old ghost craftsman an odd smile, then turned and left. The old ghost craftsman suddenly felt a chill and shivered. He touched his messy white hair and muttered, "Weird, why do I have a bad feeling about this?" Lin Haoran headed west of the village alone. According to the map, the ice cave was in a cave to the west. The mountain itself was strange because of the underground ice cave, making it extremely cold. This ice cave held a rare material, ghost ice stone. It was ice, contaminated by ghost energy over time, making it a valuable material for forging ghost tools. But the intense cold and energy also attracted a lot of ghosts. After about an hour's walk, Lin Haoran finally reached the entrance of the ice cave. "Man, if I had a ghost mount, I wouldn't waste so much time getting here." As a master of time management, Lin Haoran hated spending so much time on travel. He'd secretly been thinking about contracting a large ghost that could carry him around. Silly Duck was too small. She'd said her sword control magic could only carry her, and bringing Lin Haoran would be tough. She needed to get stronger before she could carry two. Lin Haoran shook his head and sighed. "I've got to get one if I get the chance, preferably a ghost dragon." Lin Haoran thought to himself. Then, he looked at the frigid ice cave. Even outside, Lin Haoran could feel the chill. He pulled out the reggae gun from his system backpack and released the Ghost Sword Immortal. The Ghost Sword Immortal was still ethereal, the ghost sword floating around her like a loyal spirit. "Let's go. Ghost Sword Immortal, you'll be unlocking the Zhuxian sword formation skill soon." Lin Haoran looked at the Royal Sister Sword Immortal and smiled. "Okay." The Ghost Sword Immortal glanced at Lin Haoran and nodded. Then, Lin Haoran and the Ghost Sword Immortal entered the cold ice cave. Inside the ice cave passage, Lin Haoran and the Ghost Sword Immortal walked side by side. Lin Haoran could even smell a unique fragrance coming from the Ghost Sword Immortal, like a pure, light jasmine scent. Lin Haoran couldn't help but sniff, then pretended to look around, acting serious. He didn't notice the Ghost Sword Immortal's lips curving into a slight smile behind him. after about 10 minutes, Lin Haoran and the Ghost Sword Immortal finally made it through the narrow passage. And into a larger glacial cave, filled with intense ghost and cold air. Definitely not a good place. Lin Haoran, no longer interested in the Ghost Sword Immortal scent, grabbed the reggae gun and said, "Be careful, get ready to fight." The Ghost Sword Immortal nodded slightly, and the ghost sword made a clear, ringing sound. Crack, crack. Suddenly, cracks appeared in the glacier beneath them. Boom, boom, boom. Then, it exploded, and a group of strange-looking ghosts appeared before them. They were all ice blue, with human-like upper bodies and ice crystals for lower bodies. They radiated cold air. Dark eyes with blue lights glared at Lin Haoran and the Ghost Sword Immortal. Lin Haoran's reincarnation ghost eye already had information on them. Name, Ice Crystal Ghost. Qualification, C. Type, Elemental. Level, 8. Ability. Ice Crystal Shot, fires a condensed ice crystal at the enemy, dealing heavy damage. Ghost information, special ghosts born in ice and nurtured by ghost energy. Their body temperature can reach -58 degrees Fahrenheit and they launch ice crystal attacks. Weaknesses, fire, heat. Description, hey, kid, want me to give you a frost job? I promise to make you freeze. Elemental ghosts. Lin Haoran was surprised. These ice crystal ghosts were sea level. Contracting one would make you a big shot among ordinary players. Woo woo woo. The ice crystal ghosts howled, and an ice blue light surged from their bodies. Sharp ice crystals formed and shot towards Lin Haoran and the Ghost Sword Immortal. Crackle. Blue lightning crackled around Lin Haoran, making his black hair stand on end. The reggae gun crackled with violent lightning. His left eye had turned into a dark ghost eye. Dynamic vision activated, slowing the flying ice crystals in Lin Haoran's eyes. Lin Haoran swung the reggae gun like a master spearman, smashing the ice crystals out of the air. Boom boom boom. Each impact exploded, like setting off firecrackers. P.S. Please give me a 5-star review. Pretty please. And thanks for the gifts, everyone. Love you. Chapter 77. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Lin Haoran was crackling with violent blue lightning, clutching his reggae gun. His left eye was a swirling black void with a white ring, and strange black gas billowed around him. He looked less like a man and more like something dredged up from hell, even more so than the Ghost Sword Immortal beside him. Electric arcs snapped and popped around the reggae gun as it pulverized the incoming ice shards. The Ghost Sword Immortal, not to be outdone, sent his spectral blade snaking through the air with a thought. The sword flicked out like a serpent's tongue, its cold gleam like moonlight on steel. A streak of light blurred past, slicing through the ice crystals, turning them into glittering dust. In a flash, Lin Haoran and the Ghost Sword Immortal were in perfect sync, shattering the ice crystal ghost's offensive before it could reach them. Our turn, I think. Ghost Sword Immortal, let's roll. Lin Haoran's dark hair danced around his head as lightning crackled. A sneer twisted his lips. Thunder rippled under his feet as he transformed into a blue lightning bolt, fueled by pure electricity. Lin Haoran shot forward. He plowed into the ice crystal ghosts, moving faster than thought. One of the ice demons didn't even have time to register his presence. Boom! Lin Haoran's thunderous blast blew its head apart, spraying ice shards in every direction. The creature went down like a puppet with its strings cut. Woo-woo. The remaining ice crystal ghosts, finally catching on, turned to attack. Swish, swish, swish. A series of whistling sounds filled the air as the Ghost Sword Immortal's blade, a blur of light, danced among them, slicing through their heads before they even felt the pain. Lin Haoran and the Ghost Sword Immortal were a tag team of destruction, carving through the ice crystal ghosts. Within minutes, the icy floor of the cavern was littered with shattered remains and glowing ghost crystals, which Lin Haoran collected. He counted a little over 50. Still not enough, he thought, with a sigh. Even eating them all wouldn't get him to the next level. Whatever. Let's find that ghost ice stone first. Lin Haoran scanned the cave but didn't see the ghost ice stone. Frowning, a flicker of doubt crossed his features. Could this not be the deepest point? Is there a way deeper into the cave? Lin Haoran narrowed his eyes, considering the possibility. There is a path here. The Ghost Sword Immortal's voice cut through his thoughts, startling him slightly. He moved toward her, reggae gun in hand. Beneath a crack in the ice, a cave entrance yawned, leading downwards. Let's go. Let's head down and check it out. You first, I'll cover you. Lin Haoran declared, striking a heroic pose. The Ghost Sword Immortal leveled a withering look at him and then leapt into the hole. Lin Haoran's mouth twitched. He couldn't forget the days when the Ghost Sword Immortal, as a mere sword ghost, used to look down on him. Ah, it's tough trying to be a good guy. I'm helping you out, and I still get no respect. No appreciation at all. Lin Haoran grumbled, shaking his head. Then, he followed the Ghost Sword Immortal down the icy passage. Lin Haoran slid down the narrow, icy tunnel like a kid on a water slide. A blinding light began to shine at the end of the chute, signaling his exit. Lin Haoran slid out of the passage, and the first thing he saw was the Ghost Sword Immortal standing by the exit. Bang! Lin Haoran couldn't stop in time and slammed right into her, knocking her off her feet. Lin Haoran landed on top of the Ghost Sword Immortal. He could feel something soft and substantial pressing against his chest. A powerful jasmine scent filled his nostrils. The man and ghost locked eyes. Lin Haoran's lips were just inches away from hers. Glug! Lin Haoran stared at the beautiful Ghost Sword Immortal beneath him, and swallowed hard. The Ghost Sword Immortal, pinned beneath him, returned his gaze with her Danfang eyes. A light blush rose on her ears. Her long eyelashes trembled, hinting that she wasn't nearly as composed as she appeared. They were frozen in place, breathing in each other's air, just as Lin Haoran was bracing for something. Roar! A massive roar shattered the moment, filling Lin Haoran with a sense of anticlimax. Enjoying the view from down there, the Ghost Sword Immortal's ears were now as red as apples, but her voice was cool. She leveled the question at him. Her heart was racing. This guy was always getting too close, and now he was squashing her. It feels, No, sorry, Lin Haoran stammered, flustered. So how much longer are you planning on staying there? The Ghost Sword Immortal said icily, reluctantly. Lin Haoran pushed himself up and extended a hand, offering to help her to her feet. The Ghost Sword Immortal rolled her eyes, but took his hand. Lin Haoran felt a shiver of electricity course through him. Despite being a sword master, her hand was surprisingly smooth and delicate, making him want to hold on longer. He hauled her up and, pretending not to notice, kept his grip on her hand as he turned to survey the underground ice cave. A massive ice crystal monster stood before them, glaring at Lin Haoran and the ghost. That must be the boss. Lin Haoran said, still holding the Ghost Sword Immortal's hand, trying to sound nonchalant. A faint blush colored the Ghost Sword Immortal's cheeks, but she said nothing, ignoring Lin Haoran's little moves. Here, in the icy glacier, the heat of two hearts began to mingle. Even the sub-zero temperatures couldn't hide the simmering attraction between them. P.S. Another chapter is being reviewed, and it might not be released until tomorrow morning. It's just too hard. Sweet dreams, everyone. Chapter 78. You are listening at novelfull.audio. They were both seriously ticked off, all because their little moment got ruined. You think this thing deserves to die? Lin Haoran glared at the huge monster, his eyes blazing with intent. This freak was basically just a massive ice crystal head with a pair of icy horns. Its dark, lantern-sized eyes flickered with confusion. It probably couldn't figure out why these two humans were looking at it like they wanted to chop it into bits. A puzzled roar rumbled from its massive mouth. Roar. Like it was saying, hey, I didn't ask for this. You came into my house, what's your problem? And you're giving me the stink eye? Seriously annoying. Just then, Lin Haoran got the lowdown on the weird head ghost through his reincarnation ghost eye. Name, Ice Guardian Ghost Elite Boss. Rating, B. Type, Elemental. Level, 10. Abilities. Ice Crystal Shield, can conjure up ice shields to block attacks. Frozen Breath, breathes out an icy blast, dealing massive freeze damage and potentially freezing enemies solid. Ghost Info, a special ghost boss, born from ice and nourished by ghost energy. Good offense, good defense, and crowd control abilities. A powerful elemental ghost, weak against fire and heat. Note, don't let the fact that I'm just a head fool you. I can still bite your junk off. No surprise there, berated, elemental elite boss. Back in his previous life, Lin Haoran would have been drooling, ready to contract it at any cost. This Ice Guardian Ghost boss had it all, great stats and skills, control, damage, defense, a complete package. But now, Lin Haoran just wanted to mince it and feed it to the dogs. He was this close to taking down the Ghost Sword Immortal, and this potato head comes along and messes everything up. You've got a death wish. Lin Haoran's eyes blazed with a rage that could melt glaciers as he ground out the words to the Ice Guardian Ghost boss. Let's go, kill this thing. Lin Haoran said to the Ghost Sword Immortal, his face like a thundercloud. Then can you let go of my hand? That the Ghost Sword Immortal rolled his eyes. How am I supposed to fight if you're holding me hostage? I can fly my sword, sure, but wielding a sword while holding hands isn't exactly my specialty. Huh? Oh. Sorry, didn't even realize. Lin Haoran feigned surprise, then awkwardly let go of the Ghost Sword Immortal's hand, trying not to look too bummed. The Ghost Sword Immortal just stared blankly. Then, a surge of white energy exploded from his body, wrapping around the ghost sword. Buzz buzz buzz. The ghost sword vibrated, emitting a sharp, sword-like whine. Alright, Pops, your time's up. Lin Haoran kept little Lei Ming and the soul-devouring crow ghost on the sidelines. He was saving this victory for a special double-team moment. He glared coldly at the Ice Guardian Ghost boss, and a miniature 9-story ghost tower materialized in his palm, an S-rated ghost, the 9-story ghost tower. Go, take it down. Lin Haoran tossed the 9-story ghost tower, and it instantly grew into a towering, 8-foot-tall structure hovering over the glacier. An invisible field spread across the entire cave. The ghost suppression field activated, weakening enemy ghosts within a 500-meter radius by 20%. Roar! The Ice Guardian Ghost boss instantly felt its strength, speed, and defense drop. It roared in shock and anger as a surge of ghost energy burst from its body. A pair of huge black eyes flashed with fury. What in the world are you squawking about? Lin Haoran grabbed the reggae gun, violent blue lightning crackling around him as if he were channeling the god of thunder. He transformed into a blue lightning bolt, rocketing towards the Ice Guardian Ghost boss at warp speed. Crackle! The tip of the reggae gun blazed with concentrated blue lightning. The spear became a thunderous dragon, lightning snakes hissing around it. The reggae gun hurtled towards the Ice Guardian Ghost boss with terrifying force. The reggae gun's special attack, reggae kill. Roar! The Ice Guardian Ghost boss's pupils shrank. Seeing Lin Haoran's incredible speed and the skill's raw power, it roared and a burst of ice blue energy surged out. A solid ice shield instantly formed in front of the Ice Guardian Ghost boss. Boom! The Thunder Ghost killing skill, crackling with raw lightning power, slammed into the Ice Guardian Ghost boss's ice shield. A deafening explosion ripped through the cave, and a massive hole appeared in the ice shield. The ice shield had been breached. The Ice Guardian Ghost boss's pupils constricted. Shock registered in its dark eyes. It clearly hadn't expected Lin Haoran's attack to be so devastating. Swish swish. Just then, a sharp, whistling sound cut through the air. A blindingly fast sword flashed through the hole in the ice shield and plunged straight into the Ice Guardian Ghost's eye. The Ghost Guardian Ghost boss couldn't react. The ghost sword instantly blinded one of its eyes. Ouch! The Ice Guardian Ghost boss screamed in agony, ice blue blood pouring from the pierced eye. Chapter 79. You are listening at novelfull.audio. They were so tight, they were bound to clash. Whoa! The Ice Guardian Ghost boss let out a massive, pitiful wail that echoed through the glacier cave. Ice blue blood poured from its eyes like a waterfall. Lin Haoran and the Ghost Sword Immortal worked together seamlessly. One created an opening, the other stabbed through it. They were in sync, like two peas in a pod. You'd think they were partners in crime, knowing exactly what the other was thinking with just a glance. But the Ice Guardian Ghost boss was having a rough time. These two hateful humans had blinded it as soon as the fight started. It was totally screwed. Crack, crack. Now the Ice Guardian Ghost boss was completely enraged. An intense chill radiated from its body, instantly freezing the water molecules in the air and turning them into ice flowers. Roar! The Ice Guardian Ghost Boss roared, its single remaining eye flashing with murderous intent. It inhaled deeply, drawing in powerful ice energy. It was clearly about to unleash its ultimate attack, Frozen Breath. Been waiting for you to try that. But then, Lin Haoran's voice cut through the air, cold as ice. Buzz buzz buzz. The 9-story ghost tower floating above hummed ominously. It spun faster and faster, then plunged downward toward the Ice Ghost Boss. Boom! The Ice Ghost Boss, caught mid-breath, was instantly knocked off balance by the 9-story ghost tower. Its massive body was slammed onto the glacier floor with a deafening roar. The ice shattered, a huge crater appeared. Ugh! The Ice Ghost Boss coughed up a mouthful of ancient blood. It felt like a mountain was crushing it, pinned tightly by the 9-story ghost tower, that it couldn't move. It felt like Sun Wukong, the Monkey King, trapped under Five-Finger Mountain for 500 years. This was the 9-layered Ghost Suppression Tower's special ability. Ghost Tower Suppression. It dealt massive damage and forcibly suppressed the enemy for 1 second. Used wisely, it could even interrupt skills, like it just did with the Ice Guardian Ghost Boss's Frozen Breath. Instead of Ice Breath, the boss coughed up old blood. Ghost Sword Immortal. Let's finish this jerk off together. Lin Haoran grinned sadistically at the ice monster pinned beneath the 9-layered Ghost Suppression Tower, then he called out to the Ghost Sword Immortal. Blue lightning crackled around Lin Haoran's body, condensing at the tip of his reggae spear. Crackle! He transformed into a bolt of blue lightning, spear in hand, and plunged straight toward the helpless Ice Ghost Boss. The spear was like a dragon of thunder. Lightning flashed, unmatched. The Ghost Sword Immortal glowed white, her ghost sword in hand. She became a white streak of light, standing side by side with Lin Haoran. The ghost sword pulsed with spectral energy, radiating a dazzling white light. This was the ghost sword's special move, Ghost Thorn. 1 man, 1 ghost. 1 spear, 1 sword. 1 male, 1 female. 1 blue, 1 white. The glacier cave seemed to hold only these 2 figures, the blue and white streaks like a Qinglei sword immortal, with terrifying momentum. Lin Haoran and the Ghost Sword Immortal simultaneously pierced the Ice Guardian Ghost Boss's enormous head. Boom boom. A massive explosion echoed through the cave. A gaping hole appeared in the center of the Ice Guardian Ghost Boss's forehead. Its single remaining eye reflected a look of deep terror, then went dark. It was dead. Tortured, killed, and taken out by this two-faced duo. It hadn't even had a chance to fart before being constantly tortured. It was so brutal. It would be too embarrassed to tell the King of Hell how it died such a miserable death. Stupid duck. Come on out, time to eat. Seeing the Ice Guardian Ghost Boss's body about to dissipate, Lin Haoran immediately summoned the soul-devouring crow ghost. It was time to devour the boss's soul, a great tonic, not to be missed. Poor Ice Guardian Ghost Boss. It wouldn't even get to go to hell. Body and soul, gone. Misery didn't even begin to cover it. Duck. A flash of black light, and the soul-devouring crow ghost appeared before the Ice Guardian Ghost Boss's body. It opened its beak like a black hole, and sucked the Ice Guardian Ghost Boss's soul into its stomach. Ding dong. Congratulations. Your soul-devouring crow ghost has successfully devoured the soul of the Ice Guardian Ghost Elite Boss. Ding dong. Congratulations. Your soul-devouring crow ghost has leveled up. Current level, 11. After devouring the soul of the Ice Guardian Ghost Boss, this silly duck leveled up, becoming the highest level ghost among his ghosts. Duck, duck, duck. The soul-eating crow ghost felt its power surge and let out a joyful cry. Its eyes curved slightly, making it look hilariously pleased. Why are you yelling? Scared the crap out of me. Lin Haoran slapped the soul-devouring crow ghost on the head. The soul-devouring crow ghost clutched its head and glared at Lin Haoran, aggrieved. Why do you always hit me? Is it a crime to be this handsome? Yeah, this jerk must be jealous of my good looks, the soul-devouring crow ghost thought smugly. Lin Haoran had no idea what the soul-devouring crow ghost was thinking. Otherwise, he might have considered a roasted duck neck. Lin Haoran went to the spot where the Ice Guardian Ghost Boss had died. In the crater, the boss's body had dissipated, leaving only 3 things: one was the Ice Guardian Ghost Boss's Ghost Crystal, an ice blue bead, and a crystal stone. Lin Haoran's reincarnation ghost eye immediately displayed the bead's attributes. Name, Ice Ghost Bead. Type, A-level ghost. Effect, when equipped by ice ghosts, increases ice power by 50%. Ghost information, a ghost formed within the body of the Ice Guardian ghost. Contains a bead that amplifies ice powers. Lin Haoran's eyes lit up. This was a ghost similar to Xiao Laming's Thunder Ghost Bead, but Xiao Laming increased thunder power, and this Ice Ghost Bead increased ice power. The problem was that he didn't have any ice ghosts yet, so it seemed useless. Chapter 80. You are listening at novelfull.audio. The Ghost King's wife had a unique origin. Hold on, so her power probably lets her birth ghost children with specific attributes if she's fed ghost crystals of the same type. If you feed her an ice ghost crystal, she'll most likely hatch an ice-type ghost. Lin Haoran suddenly remembered his Ghost King's wife's ability. She'd be giving birth to their second ghost child soon. I wonder if feeding her ghost crystal still works. The last item is the quest reward, a ghost ice stone. It's a rare material for forging ghost tools. Lin Haoran grinned and slipped the ghost ice stone into his system inventory. Focusing his thoughts, Lin Haoran summoned his pregnant Ghost King's wife. Honey, did you need me? Do you miss me, darling? A flash of black light, and the beautiful Ghost Emperor Yanho materialized beside Lin Haoran, wrapping her delicate hands around his neck. She spoke to him in a tender voice. Lin Haoran glanced calmly at the Ghost Sword Immortal, then smiled at the Ghost Emperor Yanho. Sweetheart. I got you this ghost crystal. It's an ice attribute one. Think you can pop out an ice-type baby after eating it? The Ghost Emperor Yanho's eyes widened, a hint of joy sparkling in her autumn-like gaze. Leave it to me, sugar. With a crystal this potent, our second kid could be here tomorrow. She gazed at Lin Haoran adoringly, wanting nothing more than to fuse with him. Awesome. Lin Haoran was thrilled. He hadn't expected a boss ghost crystal to shorten the gestation period. That was a welcome surprise. Here, baby, gobble this crystal down. Lin Haoran popped the ghost crystal into the Ghost Emperor Yanho's mouth. She opened her cherry-red lips and swallowed it whole. Then, she deliberately held Lin Haoran's finger in her mouth, her snake-like tongue wrapping around it. Little Haoran perked up and saluted immediately. A sharp wave of sword energy rose from behind him. The piercing sword energy felt like a castration knife. Lin Haoran's little buddy immediately retreated. Ahem. Lin Haoran coughed to cover his embarrassment. Meanwhile, the Ghost Emperor Yanho finished swallowing the ghost crystal. A black aura enveloped her body. Ding dong. Congratulations. Your ghost, the Ghost Emperor Yanho, has leveled up. Current level, level 11. The system's notification chimed in Lin Haoran's ears. The Ghost Emperor Yanho had finally upgraded. The Ghost Emperor Yanho made an alluring sound and slowly opened her eyes. Her beautiful eyes landed on the Ghost Sword Immortal. She knew her husband's buddy was scared, and it was because of her. A strange light flashed in the Ghost Emperor Yanho's eyes. She smiled at Lin Haoran. Honey, is this my sister? She's so gorgeous. No wonder she's got you hooked. The Ghost Emperor Yanho's words made Lin Haoran blush, and he smiled awkwardly. The Ghost Sword Immortal's cheeks flushed red, as if she were the other woman. He. Seeing the Ghost Sword Immortal's shy expression, the Ghost Emperor couldn't help but giggle. She went over to the Ghost Sword Immortal, leaned close, and whispered in her ear. The Ghost Sword Immortal's cheeks turned even redder, like ripe peaches. Honey, sis, you two should have a nice chat. I need to go back and take care of the baby. Sweetheart, be gentle with her. After whispering to the Ghost Sword Immortal, the Ghost Emperor came to Lin Haoran, kissed him, gave Xiao Haoran a playful squeeze, then smiled at them both. With a touch of allure, she turned into a beam of light and returned to Lin Haoran's body. Lin Haoran's mouth twitched slightly. Becoming his wife had made the Ghost Queen of Yanho bolder and bolder. He missed the shy and pure queen he'd first known. She used to blush from just a kiss. Now, the Ghost Queen of Yanho, that would be screaming in the woods. Lin Haoran was terrified, always checking if someone was recording. But, it was exciting. Ahem, Lin Haoran composed himself. He went over to the ghost sword immortal, who still had rosy cheeks, with a suggestive look in his eyes. What did she say to you just now? Why are you blushing so much? Lin Haoran asked, curious. And nothing. Don't worry about it. The ghost sword immortal touched her hot cheeks and said hesitantly. Lin Haoran eyed the ghost sword immortal suspiciously, then took her smooth, delicate hand. Let's go, let's get out of here. I'll hold your hand. It's slippery here, and I don't want you to fall. The ghost sword immortal rolled his eyes at Lin Haoran's flimsy excuse to cop a feel, but she didn't pull away. Instead, she gripped Lin Haoran's warm hand tightly. So warm. The ghost sword immortal gazed at Lin Haoran's back, and a happy smile spread across her beautiful face. Then, the two of them left the cold cave, and continued on to their next destination. P.S. Thanks for the gifts, everyone. Thank you for your support.